After speaking with both current and former firefighters, I'm told that it all comes down to job security. They say the city's budget cuts and layoffs make some members feel like it's not a matter of if, but when they lose their job. But city officials say it's all part of a bigger problem. It's the unmistakable sound of help on the way.
These folks don't want to be called heroes. They don't want a thanks.
Because it's just the job they signed up for, serving the city of Peoria. But the number of people suiting up to battle the life-threatening fires is dwindling at an unprecedented rate.
In the past year and a half to 2 years, we've seen 9 members resign from the department.
That's what Fire Chief Tony Artis told WMBD in an interview a little more than a week ago. Since then, he says another firefighter has resigned. For a little more perspective, Artis says until now, the department's seen 2 resignations in the past 20 years, leaving PFD with 177 positions and few job applicants.
That's unheard of.
But it is happening because firefighters say the threat on the job is no longer just physical.
For the past few years, newer firefighters working for the city of Peoria have been faced with only 2 realities.
Justin Siegman resigned last August after spending more than 2 years with the department he says he's honored to have worked for.
They're either faced with the threat of being laid off and losing their job, or given the promise that if enough vacancies exist or are created through retirements, they'll be working in increasingly unsafe conditions as a result of the reduced resources and manpower.
Options, he says, made it easier for him to walk away.
I just felt that the best decision and most secure decision for me was to seek employment elsewhere at that point.
Out in time to dodge the blow of budget cuts, with the pandemic rocking the city of Peoria's finances, city council members having controversial discussions of slashing 44 firefighter jobs. City manager Patrick Urick says he sympathizes, but that the issue of budget cuts goes beyond just the fire department.
I really understand the concerns, but the rest of City Hall and the rest of our employees throughout the city government are feeling that same pain.
Urick says the city simply doesn't have the money to support the level of spending that's been standard in the past, with the city losing 145 positions over the last 10 years.
If we were to have all 145 of those positions back, our budget would have to be $18.5 million higher than it is today.
He blames a 20-year decline of higher costs, dropping revenue, and population loss that only growing the economy will fix.
Economic growth is what's going to help us. We need the help of the state to help on some of the bigger issues.
Until then, he says things like public safety cuts are unavoidable, putting even those who protect families and homes from fires on the back burner. Now, Artis also tells me there's a chance 3 more firefighters might resign soon. Urick says as some of the city's long-term costs continue to rise, this is an issue the city will have to be conscious of for a while.